This is going to be, yet again, one of the fastest rush jobs I've ever done for an end-of-year video. Though nothing will ever top 2013. Nothing will ever top less than 20 seconds. Anyway, let's just run through what I've seen. We'll do the usual, go down the list, make a comment or two, score them, and stuff that I haven't seen but may need a mention will also get dissed as well. But I want to start off with the end of 2024 first. Nosferatu. Okay, first of all, we have to address the fact that Nosferatu is from last year, and I couldn't watch it in time, and also I accidentally watched another version instead, which at the time was funny, but couldn't really use it in the video. Right, anyway, we'll move on to this year, starting in January. The Wolfman. The story was simple, but it was well filmed. The use of as much practical effects as possible was actually really appreciated. A solid 7 out of 10. Final Destination Bloodlines. Tony Todd, R.I.P. to the King. Man, death really is OCD about tying up all these loose ends. As an all-powerful cosmic force, you gotta be trying harder. How long did this take you, dude? Like, you can make planes crash and buildings fall down, like, why not just pull a meteorite out of the asteroid belt and just crater the entire country? Do you want to know why? Why you won't do that? I'll tell you why. Weak. Feeble. Still, you know what? It's a 6.5 out of 10. Presence. Bravo to this film and its unorthodox narrative. And, okay, the twist at the end was unexpected. It's not bad. I'm loving Lucy Liu as the neglectful mother to her own daughter. Still 5 out of 10. Into the Deep. I am Saban. Yeah, that's a shark movie I'm going to have to save for Shark Spectacular Volume 2. I swear to God it is still coming. Then, of course, there was that fucking new Bridget Jones movie. Bro, I haven't watched this, but why are sequels still being made to, like, cringe early 2000s films? The actors and writers need to move on from their late 90s and early 2000s bubble. Things did not, in fact, get better, and now they are much, much worse. Thanks, Tony. Captain America: Brave New World. Mostly I watched this just to see if it would rage bait my wife, because she's a massive Hulk fan and also hates Mark Ruffalo. And after nearly 20 years, they finally threw Hulk fans a bone, and they acknowledged the 2008 Hulk film. But to be honest, the main story itself wasn't what interested us. It was all the random lore additions like the other unknown super soldiers, and also Dr. Stearns as the, quote, leader. It's a 6 out of 10. Mickey 17. It's an interesting concept, but there were no real standout performances with the acting, and really, in the year of our Lord 2025, we're still doing Orange Man bad jokes. 7 out of 10. Black Bag. You know, it's good to see Michael Fassbender again. I haven't seen him in anything for quite a while. Spies and espionage. Good stuff. No gadgets or action like Kingsman, just good old-fashioned disinformation, misdirection, and multiple people trying to play chess against everyone else. It's alright, but it's a once-and-only type deal. 6 out of 10. That weird live-action Snow White. Dude, just watch the original animated version, seriously. A Working Man. It's more Jason Statham. What more could you want? The man does his usual thing with these action films, and honestly, I'm still waiting for the Meg 3 from Statham, but this, yeah, it's a 6 out of 10. The Minecraft movie. Look, whichever studio executive greenlit this project, I want his head on my desk tomorrow morning. Like, literally anything that's vaguely profitable is made into a film now. Like, do you guys remember that fucking Smiley movie? Jesus Christ. Gunslingers. Ah, a Nicolas Cage movie, but it's not what you think. He's more of a side character. In fact, he doesn't actually do anything until, like, the last 10 minutes of the film. It's good as a background film, but not much else. It's just kind of dull. 3 out of 10. Sinners. I love this film. It's a slow burner, but honestly, it's almost relaxing to watch. Love the ancient Irish vampires, by the way. This is definitely a go and see it type film. 8 out of 10. Thunderbolts. It's an average superhero film. Apparently there'll be a sequel, or they're gonna come back. I mean, I've nothing against them tying up a bunch of random characters from films and TV shows and trying to give them something to do, basically. It's got a couple of alright moments that I liked, but it really is just like, it's not even B-Team. They're like C-Team Avengers. Like, honestly, my favourite character was the Red Guardian. Dad power. He's not perfect, he just wants his daughter to be happy. I can relate. 6 out of 10. Ugh, the live-action Lilo and Stitch. Look, dude, again, previous comment about the Snow White film. Just watch the original animated version. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Pain. Wow, this was actually a lot more talky and wordy, unlike the last film. It honestly felt a lot longer than it was, and that's probably a bad thing, trying to ram all these things into the film. And then Gabriel, the bad guy, dies in the dumbest way possible, which, to be fair, did make me laugh out loud, I won't lie. A lot of TV and films lately have been doing storylines about AI. It's like they're trying to tell us something. It's better than the last film, but just not really my thing. 6.5 out of 10. Ballerina. As an action movie, it's fine. Like, we recognised at least half a dozen old actors in this. It's a spin-off, and without watching the John Wick films prior to it, you may not know what's happening or understand the world the film is set in very much. But it's still a 7 out of 10. 28 years later. Seriously, I'm trying to watch a film and get lost in the experience of this world, and the director keeps splicing in clips from 28 weeks later, and that Henry V film from like 1944, and then also a random like radio segment from I'm assuming World War II, which is constantly yelling about boots, and the whole thing just pissed me the fuck off. Danny Boyle is such a pretentious cunt. And also, don't think I missed the red Overdrive Ranger toy at the start of the film, which in this universe, since the quarantine started of Great Britain in about 2002, wouldn't exist. The toy should have either been Time Force or Wild Force. So not only is Danny Boyle a political dunce, but the person he hired for continuity is a dumbass as well. 6 out of 10. K-pop Demon Hunters. This is pretty damn good for an animated movie, but you know what stuck with me? The music. I have a 1-year-old daughter, so I have heard these songs over and over again for about 1,000 times at this point. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking. Like, I thought I could leave the house and escape. I went to the petrol station the other day, right, and one of the songs was playing on the radio. Help me, it's everywhere. 7.5 out of 10. Megan 2. I don't know how this is still billed as a horror film, to be honest, but it's an okay action-y entertainment film. It's not as good as the first film. I wonder if they'll make a third. 6 out of 10. Jurassic World Rebirth. This was certainly a Jurassic Park movie I have ever seen. Also, I don't know if anyone else felt this as well, but I just thought it ended really abruptly. The series is fucking dead, man, and that's just sad. Best character in the entire film? The plastic yellow dinghy that didn't pop after the T-Rex bit it. Funniest moment in the entire film? When the black guy threw his hammer in a perfect straight line at the giant pterodactyl-like dinosaur's head, like Thor chucking Mjolnir, and the dinosaur just turns around and glares at him. 4.5 out of 10. Superman. Why did you do my boy Krypto like that? Like, dude, it's all just CGI. Lame. It's just another average superhero movie. It's not great, but it's not truly dreadful either. Comic book fans may have a bigger beef with the film than I do, but I don't know how much that the characters have been butchered by James Gunn. It's just an okay film. The humour just falls a bit flat, though. 5.5 out of 10. Apparently there was a remake of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I mean, was the original really that good enough to warrant a remake? The Fantastic Four, First Steps. It's not awful, but it's not stellar either. It's just inoffensive. I mean, at least Galactus looks like Galactus this time and not a giant swirling cloud of crap. Definitely a solid 6 out of 10. War of the Worlds. This has to be the most unintentionally funny film of the year, with Ice Cube just sitting in a room for the whole thing. Yo, has anyone seen that El Chupacabra B movie from like 20 years ago with that rapper called Tretch just standing in a room with a red light bulb for pretty much the entirety of the runtime? Same energy here. It's bad, but I just feel nothing. It's a meme film that people laugh at and will probably have been forgotten by about this time next year. 2 out of 10. The Bad Guys 2. Yeah, it's alright. Voice acting's still pretty good, and it's a half-decent continuation of what happened from the first film. 7 out of 10. The Naked Gun. Finally, Liam Neeson has found a use for his deadpan acting. Thank you for listening to me, my dude. You know, actually, it genuinely got a bunch of laughs out of me. The fucking owl, dude, I swear. And then I genuinely thought that I'd had a brain hemorrhage or something when it cut back during some dialogue and Dave Bautista was there. But it was a good hour and a half well spent. 7 out of 10. Weapons. Yeah, we spent a good 30 minutes after this film discussing it, what happened and what we thought the time frame of the story was. I'd say that says a lot. The atmosphere was great, so were some of the camera shots. The actress who played the evil lady did an absolute banger of a job being creepy. Loved the use of multiple converging stories shown from different character perspectives, and how each of their several days overlapped and where they ended up. Definite strong contender here. 8 out of 10. Nobody 2. Honestly, I was just waiting for Christopher Lloyd to show up and do something funny, and he didn't disappoint because he literally just blew everything up. 6.5 out of 10. The Conjuring, Last Rites. Honestly, there are just better Conjuring films. It suffers from what I like to call last installment syndrome, where it has to end a certain way so it either fits historical events or fits continuity of a certain franchise, which means you kind of know who's going to live or die, so most of the tension is gone. Which really actually is a shame. I mean, like, absolutely no disrespect to the real Ed and Lorraine Warren, absolute legends, by the way, but this film just feels very safe compared to other films in the overall Conjuring series. 5 out of 10. Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. Holy shit, a 40-year gap and then a sequel. Oh, no, that's it. I'm sorry, but baby boomers have to be removed from the film industry. Just get out. In the name of God, go. The Strangers, Chapter 2. Guys, I don't think you heard me the last 2 times, but your first film was a piece of crap. Why the hell would I watch any, subsequent film that you make? I'm still not gonna watch them. And then, October happened, which I like to call Broketober, because everything, everywhere, happens all at once, and all of it wants my money. So not many films were watched, if at all, which is actually lucky, because the end of 2025, nothing really came out that screams that I have to go and see it. I mean, other than, a couple of things that were on streaming services, like Playdate, which, to be honest, was actually funny. I think the comic timing in it was pretty damn good. So, that's definitely a 6.5 out of 10. And then you had The Carpenter's Son. Yes, Nicolas Cage again. But honestly, I thought he was going to be Jesus, but it's Nicolas Cage. What more do you want? Yeah, honestly, I was hoping that Cage was going to be Jesus in this, but it's okay. It's not my kind of film. I can see why the reception is mixed, though, so that's a 5 out of 10 as well. Yeah, a lot of things just came out that just had no, interest over me. I've never watched a Tron film, so Tron Ares wasn't really on my radar. Black Phone 2? I thought the bad guy died at the end of the first film, and may I remind you that the first Black Phone film wasn't that good either. Apparently there was a new Predator film. Don't care. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Ugh, why is there another remake of this film? Why? Why is there another remake? Please tell me. And then, of course, at the end of the year, you have Avatar. And wow, James Cameron actually made a sequel in slightly less than a human lifetime. Good job, dude. I'm sure I'll be able to watch it at some point in the next few weeks. I mean, it's been a pretty disappointing year for films. 2026 is the year of mid. Honestly, if some of the better films I saw this year came out in other years, they probably just wouldn't be considered as good. So let's have joint winners and joint losers this year, because why the hell not? The winners are Sinners and Weapons, because out of a year of just dull films, these two were definitely the standouts for me, so good job. The worst of the year are Gunslingers and Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. Gunslingers is just boring. That's really all there is to it. Not much happens. There's a bunch of shooting and, some people die and that's it. And War of the Worlds is just laughably bad. I don't hate these films, but they are just objectively the worst films that I saw this year. The end. Anyway, I'm going to try and get this edited and uploaded before midnight. Wish me luck on that one. And then maybe I'll sleep in on New Year's Day, so see you later.